actually improve the project. And chose a new site. And bought all that stuff.
It cost $500.
What's that?
It cost $500 or in addition?
It cost $500, yeah.
Wow.
Not much.
It's not a lot for all that stuff.
Hmm?
It doesn't seem like a lot of money for all that stuff that was up.
Not, no.
Wow.
There they are carrying it. Building the reservoir, pouring the concrete, putting in the pipes, and then stringing the pipe across some gaps from the place called Nozalada to the village. Jeff. Putting the pipes in people's houses. They installed a standpipe in everybody's house. So they actually had running water at home for the first time, instead of having to go to the river and carry it in buckets. But again, it goes dry in the winter, so in the wintertime we have to go to the river and carry it in buckets when the river's not frozen. So he was just doing some reflection on what was the talk that he gave and the thesis that he's actually going to be writing next year in his final senior year for Jackson School Honors is on sort of the politics and culture of water systems. Because they're all NGOs. It's one of the favorite things for NGOs to do in the third world is to go into a village, spend 3 days there, build a water system, and then say we can get thanked. And then there are all sorts of reasons why it may or may not last. And he's investigating that kind of cultural and political things that are necessary that you need to know in addition to the engineering things. Of course, you got to get the engineering things right too. So there are very few people that are both, major in both of those, but he's one of them. Yeah, one of the things in Pinchway was there was a fight between two clans, and one clan sort of pulled out the other clan's pipe. But he also talks about and that's where the source is, and it turned out there was a pig wall right next to it. And they didn't care, they got water. So, those are kind of the conclusions that he's going to write up in his thesis. And that hand washing project was something that Sarah did. She went back, after she graduated, she saved up some money and went back with us for a week. And one of the things that she did was she took finger paints for the kindergartners. And they finger painted all these pictures, and then she took soap. And then they learned to wash their hands and get the paint off their hands. Because people were not particularly concerned with washing and keeping clean, although it's gradually changing. And these are his conclusions. You can read those. That's a really, really interesting conclusion. If you work for NGOs or you know NGOs, their main thing is they have to get people to give money. And so you can report on your website that you've done X, Y, and Z, and follow up. The donors don't care. Oh, we brought water to 5,000 families. We sent 17 girls to school that we couldn't otherwise. So and so. You've seen those kind of appeals that they have. I'm not saying they're not doing good work, but they spend a lot of money on administration. They spend a lot of money on salaries, and there is an imperative to do numbers. We have an NGO too. It's very small. It's barely budgeted $15,000, and we get it by selling calendars, and we're all volunteers. We don't pay ourselves anything, including plane tickets, which we get other people to pay for, but we don't take it out of the NGO money. Anyway, we're hoping to build a new project this spring, drawing water from this source, which has a more constant flow all year round and would bring water to 100 families. And it'll cost about $7,000 to do. And somebody's going to need to go and figure out a year later how well it works. So that's another research opportunity. Okay, so we're going to move away from Yangjian. We're going to move to another field site, Yishala, which is where it's down. You see where the red star is. It's down a little bit south. It's also up in the hills. It's also a Yi minority village, but it's a different kind of Yi. They speak a different language. They're classified together as the same minority, but it's kind of like, you know, you have the Quinault and the Quileute and the Makah, and they all speak different, unrelated languages, but they're all Northwest Coast Indians. You know, it's a sort of that level of, although their language, these people's languages are related, but they can't understand each other. And it's not nearly as poor as you'll see. It's much, have adopted much more Chinese culture, and they're much wealthier, but it's an interesting place, and I went there for the first time and stayed there for a couple of weeks in 1988, and so been going back at different intervals since, and then different people have done it. So that's kind of what it looks like. The village in the upper left-hand corner, there's a propaganda poster that says, whoops, I keep going to that corner. You know, on the map you go to corners. Okay, so there's the local emperor. This guy is the village party secretary, and he's basically cornered the village economy for himself. This was a celebration for the building of a new school, which was built by a company that had a factory there in the nearby city. And those are the teachers, and all dressed up in fake minority costumes, pink for the girls and blue for the boys. And then where's my arrow? Oh yeah, that's the view of the village. And this is a poster which says, "Guan ai li guan li hai, guan zu yi zu wei lai, yi jiao wei lai." Guan ai, how do you translate guan ai? Cherish. Yeah. Is that good?
Cherish.
Yeah. Cherish Lipo girls and pay attention to the future of the Yi. Right? That's kind of propaganda, probably fairly male-centered society, so they put up propaganda posters saying, be good to girls. Thanks. So we have a film here that I'm hoping we can play just a little bit of. I'm not going to play the whole 32 minutes, I don't think. How long have we got?
Oh, we rented it till 6:30.
Could play the whole thing. I don't know. We play for a while and see what people think. DVD player should come on automatically when I put a DVD.